Welcome to the Vocal Lab Podcast with your hosts, Shelby Rollins and Jason Catrone, bringing you the best from the music industry. Get ready for first-class conversations packed with exclusive techniques and transformative insights, all designed to help you reach your top note. Hey, everyone. Welcome to today's podcast episode.
Welcome.
Vocal Lab Podcast. Shelby.
Jason.
Good to be next to you.
I know.
That's all I'm just say. That was it.
I feel like I've sat next to you enough now that I can kind of borrow a little bit of your confidence. I felt like that felt like a Jason response, actually.
I like that. Thank you. Borrow a little of my confidence.
Yeah. It's good to sit next to you. I know.
There's enough to give out.
You're welcome.
It is funny when you talk about it that way because, I mean, I guess I was always a pretty confident kid. I just kind of had
Well, the church ladies gave you $1 from a very young age.
I was paid to be confident.
Yeah.
At 2 years old, it worked. So
he shook what his mama gave him. And it just
and
paid off.
I haven't stopped. No. Yeah, I don't know what I was going to say with that line other than
Confident from an early age.
yeah, confident early age.
Maybe you share your confidence with others. It's partly why you're a great coach, and I mean that sincerely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow, this should be just the episode done. I feel great. I'm ready to go conquer the world. That's what we're doing this for.
No.
Help
We
everyone
have a
conquer
lot
your
to get
dreams.
into today.
No, today's going to be a great episode. I'm really excited. We have none other than the amazing Sophie Steele with us. Sophie, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you
I don't know
for
why I said
having
it like
me.
that.
Yes.
I just looked at you and I'm like, I gotta.
Hello, thank you for having me. No offense to my British family.
You have a British family?
I don't.
Oh. Okay.
She just has a daughter named London.
Yeah,
That's right.
there we go.
Yeah. No, welcome to the episode today. It's
Thank
really
you.
great to have you.
Yeah.
We've been doing some stuff professionally for a couple months now, which has been
Yes.
fun to get to know each other better. In fact, one thing I love about sitting down with her is we get to the business at hand at first, and then it always leads to like a good 30 minutes post just shooting the shiz, as we say.
Oh, yes.
And it's always so good. It like gets insightful, it gets deep, it gets funny, it gets right. So it was a no-brainer to have you on the show today, and especially a no-brainer because of what you do and what you're an expert in. Let the lovely people out there know.
First of all, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
And I thoroughly enjoy our banter as well at the end. I work with artists on digital activations and comprehensive career strategy, essentially.
Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's no small task.
Very important.
Yeah, very. And would you say highly underserved in the music community as a whole?
Absolutely, both independently and in the commercial market.
Which is fascinating, is it not?
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like how people need to make money.
Yeah, it's all of it really.
Yeah.
It's in the commercial space, it's really fractionalized. So you have like 20 people doing this job, but there's no one person with eyes on every fragment saying, "Hey, these pieces need to come closer together." So that's really what I specialize in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what got you into this realm of
Pure whimsy and just, saying yes to life over and over. I'm a solutions girly, so I started helping artists with metadata and the boring admin stuff, and ultimately that turned into marketing, and that turned into business development. And every time I just see a problem, I'm like, hey, can we just make this easier so everyone can work less?
That's really bringing back, like, I really want to rap.
Yeah, did your
Got a problem?
Yeah.
I solve it.
Let's go.
Did-
We got
DJ
time.
Revolver.
right? Did your what if we
anybody
just
know what I'm
wrap the
talking
whole
about?
episode? That'd be sick. Wouldn't that be sick if we had that
Maybe.
skill set?
I don't.
No, I don't know. Like I'm just curious. Did your parents like forget to give you like a little toy and said you got a calculator one year for Christmas and you're just like and never put it away? Like that's your brain just going to those numbers is
I don't
always
know.
fascinating to me.
I don't
Yeah, it is
know.
interesting to say, like, you're like, I started helping them with their metadata. Like,
Yeah.
to me, that's not the jumping off point.
Well, I
Where
started
did we start?
I started actually as an artist.
Okay.
So I started as an artist. I got some single deals. I got one with E1, one with Sony Red at the time, and then one through a subsidiary of UMG.
Yeah.
Okay.
They weren't paying out on the payment schedules because they're labels. And I was like, what's going on? How does money work here? Because from a very young age, what interests me was money. Like, if you ask my grandmother, she'll be like, you were jumping on coins as a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
And my mom, you got $1 as a kid, you noted when we opened this episode. My mom used to put, my teddy bear had a foot in it, and it was a Velcro foot. She would put money in the foot.
Wait.
So, like, I would wake up and go into my teddy bear and be like, it's $1.
It's like your tooth fairy type of thing.
But like 4 days a week.
Do you have a foot fetish?
I don't.
Okay, good.
Sorry. But
That's a
so I
different
started
podcast.
as an artist in my, I guess, inquisitive nature, just how I am as a person.
Yeah.
Just kind of came into my career field because I was like, hey, no one's getting paid. The guy who says he knows what he's doing doesn't know what he's doing. And I want to know. So then I just pulled up on him at his studio every day, reluctantly to him, I'm sure. He helped me because I was like, hey, you're going to show me because you guys owe us money.
This is while you were an artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, you're going to show me. So then I did that for a while. And then once I learned, I started helping all my friends with boring admin tasks, media-based registrations, cover art, motion graphics. And then I got so many referrals that I eventually opened an agency.
Yeah.
And during the time of me as an artist, and I can kind of speak to like why I stopped releasing music, I was studying marketing, doing it for brick and mortars, conceptually learning marketing. And then I would take that and I would implement those things into my music. And then I guess the threshold moment was I'm performing a song that I knew was marketable. I'm having like 2-track minds at the same time. So I'm performing. I'm also watching the crowd. They love it. I hate it. I wrote it to see if I could make a marketable song. I did. Didn't feel authentic. And then I'm like, I don't really like this. And then over time, it became difficult to hold both a very analytical business mind and a creative mind at the same time.
Yeah.
But with that said, like to this day, I'll still write songs. I'll pop into Pro Tools here and there if I feel like it. But it's just not a priority. Now it's more just like a medium of art for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that makes sense. And I don't think I fully knew that whole background because typically, not to offend any listener out there, but I'm not afraid to at times.
I
Shelby
do.
is nervous at this point. No,
I never know what you're going to say sometimes when you tee this up.
I know, right? Well, this is a straightforward tee and right into the hole. Typically, you meet someone like you who has a numbers brain, a very analytical brain, and they work in this field. They're usually not the best podcasters or the most like.
Oh,
They're not people.
They're not people.
boring.
They're
Just
kind
say
of
it,
kind of
Jason.
boring and just they love numbers and like they don't look cool.
I don't.
Like,
I love people, and I love making numbers work for people.
yeah. Do you ever give someone a number? You're like, oh, that's a 7. Like, oh no, that's a 10.
Oh, do I rate people on attractiveness? Is that what you're asking?
I don't know, just attractiveness, like personality traits, what they're wearing, like anything. Do you just give them numbers?
Not typically. I mean, I romanticize life at my own detriment. So I'm like, your quirks, I understand. But there's a game that it's not a number, but this is mildly offensive. Me and my daughter play a game where we find like the most offensive looking person and we're like, that's your husband. and the game is
That's so good.
the game is to like out offend the other.
Yeah.
So if you just see someone that's just like, oh, I'm like London, and you have to make them look at it. That's the rule. If they don't look, it's not their husband. So I'm like, hey, she's like, what? I'm like, that's your husband. She's like, oh. She'll try to find someone worse. So no, but yes.
That is crazy.
Remind me not
That's
to
funny.
let you all see me in the airport,
Oh my
Become a
gosh.
statistic. of
Do you
that
just
game.
have numbers like floating over people's heads? You're
Yeah.
like 7, 9, 6, 6, 3. Whoa. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a crazy condition?
Yeah.
I have a friend, my friend's wife, she has, I forget the name of it. Carlos, maybe look this up and give us there's an actual, like, clinical term for this. When you say a name, you get a taste in your mouth, a physical taste.
Oh.
So we find this out about her. This is when I lived in Nashville before.
Oh, wow.
They were just dating at this time, and then they got married. And so we're going around the room, and they're like, what's it called?
It's called lexical gustatory synesthesia.
Whoa.
Somebody named
That's why
that.
I couldn't remember it. So anyway, so we're going around the room. There's like 10 of us in there, and she gets to me, and they're like, Jason. She's like, creamy peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, hey, I like this. Gets to my friend Kyla. It was her house. Kyla, cottage cheese?
Oh my gosh.
Yes, and she can't.
With no toppings.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Just plain,
You can't.
unsalted.
Low fat.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kyla, I don't know you. I'm sure you're pleasant.
Oh my gosh.
She can't not do it.
Yeah.
She's had
it's a condition.
It's a condition.
Yeah.
She's had to learn to suppress it.
Strange.
Yeah, because she's like, sometimes, and she's like, I had to learn to like people that I didn't like how they taste. And that can go be a whole different direction.
Yeah, I mean, so my question
You
is,
feel like vomit taste in your
Yeah.
mouth on somebody.
my analytical brain's like, well, like, if you made out with them or you like actually tasted them, then did it match up?
Oh.
And that's the detriment of my analytical
Yeah.
brain. Is,
We need to bring her on this podcast and let's just have this whole conversation.
just have flashcards of names.
Man, how did we get
my
on
God.
this? What were we
her
talking
her
about?
number brain.
Us
Number brain.
being
Yeah,
in the
us,
same
yeah.
room.
The number.
Yeah.
It's all making sense
Yes.
now,
Yeah.
right?
Okay, so you started helping a lot of people with their own analytics, their metadata.
Yeah.
You eventually started an agency.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
I officially filed the LLC in 2019, but I was servicing people since 2016. So I'm coming on my 10th year.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's been
Has
a
it
wild
evolved
ride.
since you began?
Oh, absolutely.
Like more far-reaching?
Yeah, the reach has expanded. I work with global acts now.
Cool.
I do a lot more than I originally did. So as I started in like admin, metadata management, I don't really do that as much now. I have people that I'll delegate to that are experts in that. I really focus on digital strategy and how to activate songs, trends, and really just solve the problem of like how to get attention as
Yeah.
a music artist.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I would think your knock on the door has to be pretty limitless.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, what artist doesn't want this? Every
Yeah.
artist needs it.
Right.
And as you said, most other places they feel like they're going to get this, they're not.
Well, they don't. The thing is, when everyone was studying digital marketing, and it was like the boom of digital marketing, like 2016 ish, everybody advised pick a niche and go vertical integration, learn as much as possible, become the expert right there. For me, especially coming from an artistic perspective, I actually learned horizontally across the board. So I learned enough to have the vocabulary to speak and identify experts. And
that's cool.
And then I would put together like Avengers teams for the artists. So my thing is like, I don't need to be the person you choose. I want what's best for you.
Yeah.
So for example, if you're an artist and you're in a genre I don't have a lot of, experience in, I will find somebody, vet them for the artist, and then have the artist interview them, see if it's a good fit.
Yeah. Is there a genre you just can't stand? I've never asked that question.
Sonically,
Yeah.
no, I wouldn't say. But from a business perspective, I could not work opera.
Sorry, Carlos.
I enjoy listening.
Okay, I'll wipe my tears at Carnegie this weekend.
Oh, hey,
flex.
there was a
Such
big
a
old
flex.
flex, and he's not lying.
He is not.
Yeah, from a marketing perspective, I
But
don't
opera
understand.
really has issues, so yeah, you're right.
Good to know. It's not me. It's not. I love hearing that. Yeah, no. From a
Speak the truth, girl.
From a marketing perspective, I just don't understand the consumer
Sure.
psychology in it.
Yeah.
It's very academia to me.
It is.
And I didn't go to college. I
Yeah.
just figured it out.
I explain it. I don't know how you describe it to your like client base, but for me, it's like they to be an opera, you literally are the pinnacle of the art of singing,
Yeah.
right? And you're the highest level of athleticism in
Yes.
that art form.
Yeah.
And what it's all based upon is judgment,
Yeah.
right? And so it's one of the reasons why opera lost its stronghold as the most popular art form.
Yeah.
Right? In the day it was.
Yeah.
And then music started happening or leaking out of other parts of the world. And it's like, oh, these people in Africa, they really feel this, right? And over here, you got the highbrows still going to the theater,
Yeah.
loving their opera.
Yeah.
But on the streets, the people can't get in there. Give me more of this.
Yeah.
Right? And so it just eventually, as it would,
If I can
Yeah.
add
took
a
the whole thing.
producer tag, operas used to be like the movies. Historically, people would go and eat and play games, do cards, while they would watch an opera. And that has been lost. And so I kind of think of it, imagine if Michael Jordan was playing in an empty basketball gym. It's literally the best form of basketball that you could see, but there's no one there to appreciate it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And imagine that the entry to go watch him for everyone was $10,000 or above.
Well, it's happening right now in the pop
And
music
so,
world.
you know,
It's so expensive to see a show.
you know, so opera has become that. So you're
Yeah.
absolutely right. That it's completely detached from the end consumer, and it's starting to kind of seep its way to Broadway as well.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. Do you have a genre you don't like? Like you're just like, I can't stand that genre.
Like screaming kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I can't listen to it for very long.
Like screamo
Yeah.
metal.
Yeah. I think it's the technician in me as a coach, whenever I'm listening to somebody sing, I'm physically feeling empathetically like what they're doing.
Yeah.
And so if I hear that for too long, I tense up. And even now you see a lot of like texture and heaviness in vocals, especially in the country right now is a big trend of kind of this like kind of growl everywhere.
Gruff growl.
And I'm like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I
You're
can't.
killing your voice.
Yeah, I mean, I can only take so much of it, and then it's just like sandpaper on my ears.
Yeah, I get that.
I just need a little sprinkle of it here and there is
Yeah.
fine, but when it overcomes the song, then all I can hear is your texture. I'm not listening to you sing or your song lyrics anymore.
Yeah.
Right. I'm very distracted by a style choice. So that's a thing I can't listen to.
So it needs to be like
Screaming
a
stuff.
garnish for you, not like an ingredient.
Yeah. Can you imagine like Celine singing and then all of a sudden she's like, every once in a while?
You're like, whoa. That's crazy.
Yeah. I don't know how we got on that tangent either, but I loved it.
Stuff that you don't want to. What do you not want to
Yeah.
listen
Why
to?
would you ask me that?
Offensive.
Because you asked me.
We had this, Sophie, we had this manager, Carlos and I did. She put the group together we were in, which was basically an opera group.
Okay.
It was pop crossover,
wow.
right? It's like
Okay.
pop
Pop
opera, right?
Okay.
It's like Andrea Bocelli stuff,
Okay.
okay? So we would do a few classical songs here or there, but it was mostly pop stuff done with big vocals, whatever. So Jill was just an interesting character in and of herself, had the most amazing stories and most amazing life events happen to her. But, you know, we'd be driving in the van, and the questions she asked, a lot of them I will not repeat on this podcast because Shelby's sitting here.
Okay.
Otherwise,
I'm a lady.
And I'm not, clearly. I'm just a woman.
like,
You growled. Sophie.
I know.
We can unpack that later.
Yeah. So we'd be driving down the road in the van, and she'd be like, excuse me, guys. She's from Canada.
Yeah, okay.
I have a question. Yes. Carlos, have you ever done cocaine? And Carlos would be like, no, I've never done cocaine. Like, really? You've never done cocaine? He's like, no, Jill, I've never even thought about it. She's like, oh, okay.
She'd be like, oh.
Yeah, she would. And then she'd come to me and she'd be like, Jason, have you ever done cocaine? No, Jill, I've never done cocaine. Like, why do you think your tenors in this band are out doing cocaine when you're not around? You know, it's
Right.
like, what is this question?
We don't
Come on.
make
Wrong crowd.
enough to.
Yeah.
Read
So
the
she'd
room.
go around to all of us, and then it would always get back to what Shelby did. Jill, have you ever done cocaine? Well, why would you ask me that? Of course I've not. She would get so offended when you turn the question on her. Right?
How rude.
Yeah, but I'm not kidding. The question she asked got very personal.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, honestly, it's.
Yeah.
Well, so dig deep, Jason, and give Sophie one of your Jill-inspired questions to continue our conversation.
I just told you I can't repeat
Yeah,
these
you
on
can't-
the show.
No, really, we can't repeat those Jill questions.
Oh my.
We have some children out there listening, I think.
Okay, but I do want to circle back.
Yeah.
You're talking about how over the years your agency has expanded and now you're doing more digital strategy with people. I would love to hear more about that. I don't think anyone really has a digital strategy in general. Like,
Yeah.
so much. I mean, some of the bigger brands bring that to the table a little bit, like a label, but far and wide, especially independent artists, and even some that are signed, I feel like it's just sort of like throwing something on the wall, see if it sticks.
Well, even as you said,
Yeah.
for an artist to use that part of their brain just typically does not happen. A lot of them don't even have that part of their brain, right?
Right.
Kind of brainless. But you know what I'm saying? So it's like they don't even think they need this. Or they might have the thought like, "Oh, someone can help me understand this better," but connecting those dots.
It's vague, it's elusive, it's mysterious.
I think it's super layered too, right? So like from the corporate side, I think that labels internally in general are, and like, who am I to be saying this? No one, but this is how I feel. Like internally, their structure is not conducive to success in a digital landscape, because you have a marketing director doing 13 people's jobs, and that's not their expertise. And then you have a fragmented team that isn't even talking to each other, so everyone's siloed and no one's communicating, and maybe we're talking in emails, but no one's really getting it. No one's like, this is one single vision we're all moving towards. You have streaming, thinking about just streams. You have social, thinking about just social. And then you have brand partnerships, thinking about that. But for me, when I get to drive the boat, so to speak, I'm thinking of all of this simultaneously because I'm insane. So like, while
I
I'm
said that so casually.
I mean, I'm in acceptance now. So as I'm driving the boat, I'm like, I have PR experience, I have digital experience, I have streaming experience. So that's where I come in and do the whole strategy thing. I think it is difficult for people to realize why they need it, and even more difficult to execute, because artists by nature don't want to plan shit out, especially 6 months in advance.
Yeah, for sure.
But then when I'm working with global acts, we're talking about next summer already now. Or 2027. You know, Q1. So I think there's a lot of disconnects in it. And I don't even know if that answered your question, but
do you think it is also because they feel like they can't afford someone to do that? Like they can't, right?
For sure. I mean,
and what is your argument to that? You know, it's like Shelby. Sorry, I just slapped you. Shelby and I have an argument for why people need to work with us and why we charge the fee we charge. Right. As opposed to going to someone who doesn't maybe charge as much as we do. Right. There's a very thought out and honest argument for that. Right. So clearly, in your line too, there has to be.
I mean, you pay for what you get, right? So most people in the creative industries, I would say, are going to tell you what they do is the most important thing, and that the allocation needs to go to them.
I would never do that.
So, well, you guys are the vocal coaches, so like you're the product. You're making sure the product's refined. Even before it's out in the marketplace. So that's very important.
We get it to market.
Yeah, exactly.
Healthy.
So
tastes good.
Sustainable.
With longevity.
What's that singer taste like?
That's a whole separate podcast, dude. You need to like book her for 20 episodes. Just bring them in here and be like, Jelly Roll does not taste like jelly. Watch till the end. You know?
She just comes out of that door right when we say your name,
and she's like, figs.
Like, welcome. And she leaves. And then she goes away. And you're like,
and they're like, who the hell is this? And like, don't introduce her. Just
the absolute best like segment of a show ever. You know what I mean? I'd listen to any podcast if that was just like a random drop in.
Oh segment. She just walks in judgmentally, looks at everyone, and is like, figs, M&Ms, kale.
Oh my gosh.
Unwashed. So no, but to get back to your question about the money, you know, for me, I created different tiers so people could, you know,
smart.
Like there's a lower barrier to entry, but like if you want to retain me for strategy in a real way, you need $3,500 at least. And my competitors or people in my space, they're $7,500 a month or $15,000 a month. So I just am like obsessed with what I do. I have the bandwidth right now. So for example, if an artist comes to me with $500, they always want to do playlisting. And I'm like, okay, it's not going to matter in 30 days. So instead, you should let me talk to you for $500 for an hour, give you a roadmap that you can do.
That's good.
And then go out into the world and fly. And then if you need me, call me.
No, that's really good because I've been very guilty of it in my own path. The amount of money I've wasted on what I thought I needed to do that didn't lead to making more money so I could keep doing what I want to do.
Right.
Well, that's what I did as an artist.
Yeah, right.
I spent $60,000 and was like, I'm in the same place.
Yeah, exactly. And that's, again, that's most artists do that. And, you know, I tell them too, it's like you'll go out and buy this new gear because you want it so bad and you think it's the coolest thing, but you won't come to me or Shelby to work with you and help.
It's a tactic to procrastinate because they're scared of visibility and their own success, in my opinion.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Coming from someone who was like, I just need to get a better camera. I just need to get a microphone. Yeah. And like in my creator journey, I would do that. Be like, I need a DSLR. Now I just like pull out my old ass iPhone and I'm just like blah, blah, blah. And that's it.
Right.
One of the greatest things someone ever told me was that very thing. He looked at me and he was like, I was pouring my heart out. I was crying. Like this was in the time I was really like, how am I going to do this? I'm going to be an artist. What do I do? Yeah. And he looked at me. He said, "You're afraid of success." He's like, "That's why you're not doing this. You are going to be successful, and you're afraid of it, and you can't step into that." Mm-hmm. And I was like, "Oh, you're so right." Yeah. And then he wanted to spank me, and I'm not kidding.
In the hot way or in the not hot way?
I didn't go that far.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not kidding.
It's like a weird turn.
Yeah, it was like this power thing.
Tastes like baby oil.
It was Diddy.
Oh, well, I gotta go. Thanks for having me.
That's a wrap.
No, I actually have a story about that. And oddly enough, I posted about this on my story this morning. So I was working with an artist, and my mentor works with a lot of top artists and brands. So I can't say names, but so we were talking about the artist. We built the artist up. We did artist development. I got her content viral several times. She had a core fan base because she was really resonating through trauma. So her audience wasn't just, oh my God, we like your music. It was like, girl, same. Yeah. And I built her Discord and they were active. Anyway, very quality fan base. Her manager, my mentor at the time, and now, I don't know why I said that.
Because they're listening to this podcast.
Falling out.
She might.
You got a voicemail happening right now.
Yeah. So, anyway, so we prepped her. Mentor was like, hey, I'm going to see if I can get her on this global tour. For reference, the act that girl was going to open for, those concerts have like 65,000 people in them.
Dang.
They're stadium. They're huge, which is life-changing.
Right.
Artist is like, yeah, I want to do it. Yeah. Mentor comes back. She's like, okay, you're approved. 10 shows. Let's run it. Artist says, I don't want to be a product. I'm being productized. I'm going to go back and live in the woods. and I was like, I had never been to our point of being scared of success. I had never seen someone be like so close to what they want. So close. Wow. It being handed to them.
Right.
And then them say, nah. And it never even occurred to me mentally that was a scenario because I've tried my whole life to get what I want. And the moment I'm able to grasp it, it's going to be mine. Yeah. And that made me think like, this is all mental. Mental fortitude is so important in being able to even accept that in which you think you want.
Yes.
Right.
Because when she folded like a lawn chair, I was like, I don't know if I can work with artists anymore. This is insane. But nonetheless, here I am doing it over and over.
I mean, it's just its own form of self-sabotage, right?
Yes.
To get in your own way.
Yes.
And the first person I think I ever heard talk about this as being kind of like one of the biggest downfalls of people is their own self-sabotaging fear of success.
Yeah.
I was like, huh? Like, what? Yeah. Who would do that? How? And then it was a business coach and like entrepreneur, Dan Martell. Yeah. He was talking about that on another podcast. And I was it perplexed me to the point of needing to really unpack that and go, because initially my thought was, I don't think I have that. Yeah. And then the more I started to dig into it, I'm like, I totally have that.
It shows up in little ways too.
It does.
Yeah.
It's not
being late, not taking that opportunity, justifying like I really need to go to Kroger. I shouldn't take that opportunity. I need to get bananas.
Yeah, you are so right with that. Yeah. And I'm just sitting here thinking like everything we're talking about, a recipe, a really good recipe for success. Mm-hmm. Your digital health. Mm-hmm. Your vocal health, your mental health. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Those are the three things that the big behemoth that tries to push all this stuff with these artists neglects most. Yours is touched into more than ours is, for sure, right?
Yeah.
They really neglect vocal health.
Oh yeah.
And they really neglect mental health.
I cut we were on set shooting with one of my artists now, and I was like, she doesn't need to do this take. Her voice is tired, get her some tea. And I'm still working into like stepping into my position. So like I told my mentor, she was there as well. And I'm like, and she's management, I'm digital strategy, like kind of co-managing too. And I'm like, hey, she shouldn't be doing this. She just is typing. She's like, cut. No, we're not doing this. And I was like, I'm still not there to the point where I'll just yell cut really loud to like 20 people.
Yeah.
Because I can hear the strain. And I know if she goes over, I don't know the technical terms because that's y'all's thing, but like, I know if she's strained in that take, then every take after that is going to be more difficult.
100%. It's the law of diminishing returns.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, but yeah, I think what you said too, like the perfect recipe to success. Yes. And from a digital perspective, the more I work in my field, the more I realize the thing that sets me apart from my competitors is that, and I think it comes from my background in artistry, is that I treat the act like a human first. I'm not like, we need you to do TikTok dances. Just why aren't you dancing on TikTok? I'm like, hey, what do you like? What's your life like?
Right.
Like, and the best way I work is like, fly me out. Let me observe the artist for a week.
Yeah.
And then I will give you a sustainable plan that they'll enjoy.
Sure.
Because if they don't enjoy what they're doing, it's not sustainable.
Yeah. That's so good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It makes perfect sense.
What would you say is like a great way for a budding artist who's trying to make their way in a busy, oversaturated market to stand out and have a digital strategy when they have no idea like what to do? Where do they start?
They start with introspection. They figure out what parts of them as a human do they want to showcase.
Love that.
What stories makes them different. What things about them is connective with other people. Because as musicians, you're not selling music. You're selling relatability, you're selling resonance, and you're selling really evoking an emotion in the listener.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not selling the music.
Yeah.
So storytelling is going to be really big moving forward. And then, unfortunately, the game they have to play is publishing frequency and volume.
Yeah.
So, like I consulted a guy yesterday. He's very dialed into production value. He wants everything to look amazing. And I said, yes, and you're going to sacrifice volume if you're doing that. So we came up with a dual-sided strategy for him where storytelling's very color-graded, high production. And then I have him doing just discovery and awareness content that's kind of like a little bit more, I don't know, want to call it dumb, but like the stuff that we see, we're just like, oh, nice, like brain rot. And I'm like, that's your volume strategy. Do POVs, POV, I'm at the woods, POV, like that type of stuff. That's volume. And then
I'm getting bananas at the Kroger.
Right. Oh my God, why are these bananas still good after 3 weeks? Like, that's suspicious. Like, that type of stuff to just bring in the traffic and then also have it feel real and authentic to them through the storytelling.
Yeah.
And then long form too.
So and that's an artist that you're talking about? Like somebody who's trying to get their music out there?
He's a pop artist. He's had some streaming success already. But again, passive listenership and active listenership, totally different.
Totally different.
So like, hey, I like the song, don't know who you are, don't care, like the song. That's passive.
Yeah.
Active's like, I like the song, I like the girl, I follow her.
I'm going to listen to it on the drive.
I'm going to listen to her next record. Maybe I'm advocating for her, talking about her.
Yeah.
That's fandom.
Right.
That is fandom.
Yes.
Yeah. And to that point, I think that's something I love how you said that, because I've always in my own brain, the world Carlos and I come from that we were talking about is full of passive listeners. They'll come to a show and they'll support it. They'll buy records, may never play them, may not have anything to play them on, right? But the music moves you so much. It's so big and emotional. It evokes those emotions and triggers a response, right? And so it also, crosses over generational boundaries, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But by and large, the audience, they're passive listeners.
Yeah.
And so if it's on a playlist at dinner, great. And they'll play those playlists because that's the music they like.
Yeah.
But they're not out there like, Sabrina Carpenter's fans where they're just like, oh my gosh, have you heard this Carlos guy?
Right.
No one's ever said that.
Well, that's where that's where digital stragy comes in. Carlos.
That's not true.
There's a classical, I don't know the name because I'm still a passive listener, but there's this Italian like classical music that's like kind of fast, and the EDM page actually posted about them. So then the awareness came to me like, oh, classical stuff getting posted by an EDM page.
That's cool.
I'm gonna go listen.
Yeah.
So then I listened, and now I have maybe 5 of their songs in my stuff. I don't know their name yet, but as I continue to listen, I'm sure I'll be able to say their name and say like, these people are really cool, really enjoy that. So it's also about repetition and nurturing the audience.
Yes. Yeah. For sure.
Very
I love that
so.
you were saying the answer to the question of like, where should they start it? And you said human connection or human
exploring who
introspection,
you are
I think is what it was.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's so funny how you'd almost think that we plant seeds or something in our guests because
I know
we'll ask questions very specific of what they do and their niche in the industry. And it almost always because we only bring on great people to the show.
Well, it's also the witch doctor in that closet who's got a little pin doll, and we're just like...
I was wondering why my pancreas is kind of hurting.
Yeah, that too. How you doing in there? Always comes back to that human connection, authenticity, and like going inward and figuring out who you are as a person and taking care of yourself on the inside.
Yeah.
As opposed to the quick fix, the
Band-Aid.
The Band-Aid, and we're all about tactical strategies, but the reality is it's got to come from like your humanness and your truest self, or else it's at best a flash in the pan, and at worst it could really be like compromising your soul, you know. So it's
soul sucking,
very much, and so I love that was kind of the first words out of your mouth were like human introspection. Like that's where it's got to start. And people are like, yeah. But how do I get to the, how do I get more streams or whatever? And it's like, no, if you just listen, if we were to take a meta, like zoom out of our whole show of every episode we've shot, the core of it comes back down to authenticity and human connection.
Yeah.
Always. And it's like the tortoise and the hare. That's the way forward. That's the fastest track that you could possibly be on because you have to freaking play the long game.
Yeah.
Did you see the tortoise, the oldest animal alive right now? He just turned, I think, 198.
I get all my news from meme pages, so yes, I did.
Yeah, girl, I love that. Me too. That's where I saw it.
I'm like, damn, that's a long time anyways.
But you still want to like have coffee with this turtle and just ask him questions,
I'm like,
right?
There's trees older than you. That's not that special.
Yeah, it's true.
Speaking of the meme thing, I saw, and I meant to ask this a minute ago and I forgot, so I'm glad you said that.
Okay.
Speak into a second. I just saw YouTube paid out the second biggest checks.
Yeah, okay.
For royalties.
Yeah.
Behind Spotify, $8 billion, Spotify at $10 billion.
Yeah.
And they're poised to take over.
Well, yeah, they've been in a race, a space race, so to speak, for music consumption for a few years now. And that's why you see Spotify implementing all of these video
that makes sense.
clips, canvases, and then now they have a social feed of music discovery.
Yeah, well, you know what? Someone said something recently to me. I don't know if you agree with this, but he was making the argument that Spotify is going to lose because they don't have any brand loyalty. They have an image that now at this point, because a lot of artists have been very vocal about it, that they're taking more than they're giving. And Spotify as a brand just has not done anything to like make me always want to be at Spotify. Right? I'll go to Apple. I'll go to Spotify. I don't care. I'll go to Fandango. Fandango, that's a movie thing. Pandora.
I just bought something on Fandango last week. So.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
In my house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Anyways, good.
But no, so it's like, and YouTube does though.
Yeah.
Right? Because they have that long form, which really pulled people in.
Yeah.
And it was all about an authentic visual.
Yeah.
Right? You didn't have to do any cameras, or you had to have cameras.
Yeah.
You have to have the lights and the makeup and the costumes, right?
Yeah.
Unless that was your thing. And so, like, YouTube, they're going to rule the roost.
I think that It depends. You have to think about key stakeholders as well from a corporate perspective.
Good points.
Spotify has strategic partnerships with everybody.
True.
And the one thing that, for me, as a business professional in music, gives Spotify some security is that the metrics on Spotify and the analytics are industry standard for making decisions.
That's
in the booking world, in the
great point.
Management. Am I interested in this artist? So it's almost like the LinkedIn for music artists in a way. So I think that will give them some security. And
That's a good point.
And from a revenue standpoint, I mean, I don't know. I don't have the answers there, but I know that YouTube is obviously a really good competitor, and their royalties are competitive for the artists.
What do you think's going to happen as we're on this note? What do you think's going to happen as we get more and more AI artists dumping into the funnel every day? And it's already an overcrowded space of new releases.
Yeah.
And so if we go from 150,000 a day, it could go to 15 million a day.
Right.
Like it's limitless with AI producing stuff. What does that do to I don't even know what that does to any part of the needle.
Well, the question becomes like, who's publishing these artists? Where are they housed from a business standpoint? And then if the royalties are being accrued and paid to those people who are also stakeholders in Spotify, is Spotify a music consumption platform meant for the public, or is it something else?
So it's a risky teeter-totter right now.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. All I know is like I've watched Spotify develop over the last 10 years. I've watched time and time again people being like, Spotify's done. I've watched people in decision-making roles be like, they always say that's never going to be done. And they don't elaborate on that. They're just like, Spotify's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right.
It's like people saying labels are gone.
Yeah.
Streaming's here. It's like, no, they're not.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I think YouTube's important, and that's going to really be for the artists to connect with their fans. Spotify, in my opinion, is still going to be a streaming giant and maybe leader because of the users. They have the most users. They have analytics dashboards that are standard. They have an open API, which is really important when you're building things around music tech. So that's...
And they have money.
Oh, yeah. And
right?
that...
How
the most
do you,
important thing.
Money.
Yeah.
Why do you think Spotify really eclipsed Apple Music so successfully?
I think
they were Scandinavian.
Yes, I work with a lot of Scandinavians. They're very smart
Very smart.
Pleasant to work with.
Yes, and really pleasant to look at.
Yes.
So you're not throwing a Scandinavian in front of London.
London's her own person that can make her own decision. But her boyfriend right now, I don't know if he'll last. We'll see how this podcast ages. But he's like 6'7" right now. So she dated the
Does she do this with it? Like, you know?
Probably. Yeah, she does.
Because 6'7".
Yeah, 6'7".
Oh, I didn't see your hands. I just heard you say
6'7". Yeah.
My daughter would be cringing.
It's
right
the brain
now.
rot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Spotify, why did they eclipse Apple Music? Key stakeholders. This is a relationship business at every level.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, just like me, I can call on the phone and get things done because I've provided value to so many people already.
Yep.
Do I want to for this artist? That's a whole nother question. Well, in the business world, in the B2B space, I should say, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Did Tommy help Bill, and are they friends? Do they golf together?
Well,
and if so, what are you working on, brother? I want to help.
Yeah, totally. And it's like, I've thought many times my parents did everything they could in every way to support me in my music. Like, and they gave and gave and gave and did and took me all this stuff. There was no limit to what they would do.
Yeah.
I wish they had had the foresight or knowledge, just really the knowledge, we're small town Kentucky, to bring me to somewhere like Nashville and work with the top coach in Nashville.
Right.
Or one of the top coaches.
It's all people.
Because that coach is connected to the people I was trying to get to.
Right.
Like that's one of the easiest ways for any artist out there.
Absolutely.
Is to call me or Shelby, and if you got the chops, we got the people.
Right. Same.
Like you get a jump line. That's what
That's
you get
my
to
whole
do.
career.
You're helping people jump line.
Yeah.
And collapse time.
Yeah, I will work for little to nothing for the right person.
Same.
Like my mentor, she's building her business at the same time. She's very respectful of me. She's like, I don't want to bring you on because I can't pay you. I'm like, I do not care.
Yeah.
Bring me on.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then at the same time, I'll have like other teams that have the money, like, show us what you can do. So it's about having that discernment to know like who is worth investing into with your time and who is just taking advantage of you. And I think that comes from what you were talking about, is like truly knowing yourself, showing up authentically and being able to speak up for yourself, which that took me a long time.
Self-advocacy is massive.
Yeah, I just learned that. Like,
just
like 2 weeks ago.
I know what you mean. Like, it's like the older I get, though, the more seasoned, I guess.
Yeah.
Call it that. My wrinkles and grays. Like, it teaches you how important it is to be your own, like, advocate for yourself and treat your business as you're the CEO of your brand as an artist. And just how that permeates, like, life. And it's not going around trying to, like, posture yourself.
Right.
Like, I'm the boss of everybody.
Right.
And it's, like, gross and egotistical.
Yeah.
That's not the same thing as self-advocacy and kind of having healthy boundaries and all that kind of stuff. But it's hard when you're trying to share that with a young artist who is scared to say no because they don't want to turn down an opportunity, or they don't know that this yes that they're saying here is a no in turn to something they probably should have said yes to. Like, don't say yes to everything. Say no sometimes. Like, you're not going to sacrifice your career. You don't have to just unobjectively say, yeah, whatever you think I should do or whatever. Like, you need to know yourself better. You need to do some of that inner work so that you can have better discernment for the opportunities that come your way and all of that.
Yeah, when I work with artists, me and my team start with, why are you doing this? Tell me where you've been, what you've done, where you're at now, and why it drives you.
Yeah.
Because the reason why I do what I do is because I have a burning desire to do it. I feel like I have to do it, whether I want to or not. That's why if I have ideas, even if I have an idea for you guys, I will text you in the middle of the night and be like, please take this idea, get it out of my brain. I don't want it. I can't do anything with it. So
I love that.
Yeah, so it definitely all starts with knowing yourself. And like, I think as we age too, we realize truly that time is finite.
Yes.
And we're like, look, girl, I don't have 3 weeks for your bullshit. Like, call me when you figure it out and I'll give you 2 hours. So I get it.
Yeah, that's really great advice.
I love that.
And perspective.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So
That's good.
Circling back to this like whole like digital component to it, what is one, if I can talk today, what is or are one or two things that right out of the gate that you're going to help that artist kind of start to focus their goggles on a little bit so that they have a better understanding? We're going to go to this side of what is going to build your career for a minute. It's not just, we're not in the studio producing and crafting the song. This is taking this person and brand that you are and you're becoming. Like, where do you start with that? You just said the questions.
Yeah,
but like,
we start with the why, we figure that out, and then we figure out how they want to show up. And then we talk about, what does that look like? How's it packaged? What story are we telling? And where do we want to end up?
Because and how long does this process usually take in the
3 months? Of it? Okay. Just 3 months of us is figuring out all the stuff, the why, the where, the how, the when, the budget. And then also during that time, one of my favorite things to see is me shifting their mindset for content. And like how then they start to identify content opportunities themselves. I kind of teach them how to think like me in terms of content.
That's smart.
And like at times, even if they feel like they're using me as a crutch a little, I'll even pull back and be like, even though in the moment they're like, she's not doing her job. I'm like, I am, but you just don't even know it yet. And then 2 weeks later, they're like, I love content again. And I'm like, remember when I stopped helping you? So that's something that happens in the 3 months. And then once I identify their budget, then we really go into like, how are we going to allocate this? What's going to be most impactful? Everyone thinks they need to jump straight to PR. No, you need leverage on numbers, streaming, maybe some digital seeding on meme pages, relevant niche pages. Then you can go to PR and tell a story. But until you have a story, until you figure out what the package is, you shouldn't be spending a bunch of money on PR, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you are, it should be podcasts where I get to know who you are as a person.
Yeah. Again, that was an older part of the system, right?
Right.
And publicists, I mean, we had a publicist. We haven't had a publicist on this show yet, have we? No.
I don't think so.
We should do that. You know, they're the workhorses for sure.
Yeah,
Still
I mean, they're
are.
super valuable.
Yeah.
I know a few, and you know, I bring them in as needed.
Incredibly valuable. And they're connecting dots too, relationships, right?
Yeah.
And so to tell your story. But yeah, we should definitely have a few friends. We can bring them in.
Yeah.
They're usually all crazy. Have you noticed this? You'd have to be to want to do that.
I've never gotten close enough to a publicist to
probably
determine if
wise.
they're crazy or not.
Well, you can sniff it out, you know.
I also like have a draw towards crazy people.
Oh, yeah.
It's like if there's not some crazy slipping through the cracks,
can't
I'm like,
be-
that's actually crazy. You're too put together. I gotta go because mine's gonna glimmer through here and there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's like, what's seeping out of your armpit?
Right,
Sophie?
right.
It's like, that's my crazy.
My trauma. 9 to 12.
Like, yeah, I just sweat.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, have you ever done comedy? Like, you should.
No,
You should.
everyone says that, but I'm
Yeah.
just like, I'm so like this is just actually me.
Yeah.
I'm just like actually ridiculous.
Yeah.
So it's like sometimes it's not appropriate, believe it or not.
No, that makes it most fun.
But
You know, I say this to a lot of people because we've, over the past several years, we've, you know, kind of sterilized our comedy. You know, everybody talks about it. And I love just the straightforward, a little inappropriate.
Oh.
Yeah, I think a lot of publicists are like this too, the ones I know.
Okay.
They have this angle to them. They're just so funny. And they'll say anything. It makes them really good at publicity. All right.
Okay.
But yeah, but I just love that style of humor. Like, it's because it's so honest.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
and typically you'll drop a bomb that no one else wants to, but they're all thinking it, you know, or have thought it.
Yeah.
And you just like, here's one, take it.
Yeah, I think you're giving me a lot more credit than like what's going on in here. I'm just like saying it. I'm not like this one's gonna be good. I'm just like this is what came to my mind, and I'm not thinking at all about how it's gonna affect anyone else. So I appreciate that, and also I believe that work and play should be intertwined.
Yes.
So anyone that works with me, the environment I foster at my agency, we're going to laugh. Because otherwise I will lose it.
Yeah.
Like, I can't be like, hi, are you those KPIs? Like, no. I'm going to be like, did you see that meme? Like, one campaign, and can speak to digital really quick. It's like, once a song or a campaign activation goes out into the world, you don't get to control it anymore.
Yeah.
You don't get to control how it's interpreted.
Nope.
You don't get to control if it takes on a wave. So we published a song. We did a trending audio campaign, got it to trend. Who picked up on it? A bunch of OnlyFans girls. So now we got a bunch of scantily clad ladies.
And it was a Christian song. Was it?
It was pretty damn close. and the guy that hired us was the dad.
Oh no!
The dad of the artist. And he's like,
gosh.
what is happening? I'm like, you made a song called Summer in New York. It's kind of spicy. I don't know what to do. Like, I'm like, this isn't from my campaign. Now that doesn't normally happen, but it also full circle speaks to like showing up authentically and also letting go of control. I think so many people, creatives, not creatives, there's this illusion that we have control of things. And it's like, LOL. No, you don't, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you can control what you can, but there's so much outside of your control. And I think we spoke in one of our sessions about like being in flow.
Yeah.
And like there's flow in the moment for the task, but then there's a larger concept of like, do you allow your life to flow?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like truly.
Yeah.
Because where I'm at now, I never thought I would be. I never tried to get here. I like just kept doing the work. At work, on myself, showing up, making mistakes, doing it again, trusting the wrong people, still trusting people after I got, things happened. And it's like, I think courage, authenticity, tenacity, and like perseverance through this is what gets people where they want. And that's why you ask, like, what do I focus on with artists first? It's like, I won't work with the artist who exhibits that they can't get out their own way mentally. So,
well, it's a vicious cycle that will lead to the same dead end street.
And I've done it, and that's why I can recognize it.
I talked to an artist very recently, and they were so in their head, and I was just like, your voice is so stupidly good. Like, you have got to stop thinking about this. Yeah. And you could sing the phone book and people would listen because your voice is that good. But because you're so stuck, you're unable to, I don't know.
Do we?
Maybe.
I don't think so.
Because you're so stuck in your head, you can't communicate to somebody. And that's why it's not reading emotionally in a connected way to an audience. And I was like, I can't believe in you more than you do.
That's the thing.
And it was frustrating for me because I was like, I believe in what's in there, and everything that I see right here. This is like a defense mechanism. This is like your comedy show is shielding. You get some pain. Yeah. I can totally tell. Yeah. And you're funny. Like, I was laughing. But like, I was like, it's just it's a mask that you're wearing, and I just want you to be really honest. Yeah. But everything's a deflection. Anyway, all that to say is, like, I was like, you have to be able to believe in what you're doing, and I see it, but you don't yet.
You know what we should have in our sessions?
That's
for that?
hard.
Just take this, what I'm saying.
It's so hard. It's so frustrating.
Go home and marinate on that.
Especially as a coach or mentor, it just frustrates the hell out of you. Yeah. What we should do, though, this should be our tactic, all three of us.
I can come yell at them?
Well, no, it's close. Okay. Yeah, we can use that. You'll come out of the room, right?
You're like, hey,
you taste like...
Stop being a bitch. We love you.
No, yeah.
Some people can get away with that. I think you're that person.
We should get... I'm going to find them and get each of us one just as a joke. Okay. And you'll remember, okay? Okay. I'm going to find the biggest phone books I can. And when we have a client in this situation, we just whack them upside the head.
Well, I'll need to sit on mine because I can barely reach the mic.
And we might get
You're
sued.
You're just going to have double usage.
We start beating people.
Well, there's an argument to be made there as well. Hey, speaking of getting sued.
Whoa.
That was
there's no correlation. Okay. But hey,
He's like, I'm subpoenaing you right now.
Yeah, right?
Live on the air.
Right. Okay.
We got some martinis here.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Oh.
Doesn't it sound like martinis?
Hey, very papery.
Very papery. You are wise. Inside this one, you're going to pull out a little piece of paper.
It's a dry martini.
You're going to read it. It is a dry martini. Okay.
Is this a vocal?
I love your ring, by the way.
Beat it.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm not singing. We're clear on that, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
This one's harder to get, so you just pick one.
I want the most difficult one to reach, Jason.
Okay. You got it. I hope it's good.
Marilyn Monroe, Beat It.
So you got to sing Beat It.
I can't.
Like Marilyn Monroe.
I
That's
cannot.
That's an easy one.
No, it's not.
Yeah, that's
I'm not
an
an artist.
One. You said no.
I started as an artist.
You started as an artist.
Yeah, in hip hop, I'm not doing this. I can't do this.
Are you afraid of your own success?
I'm not, and this is not in alignment with my success. So I'm going to exercise my discernment, and since you guys are vocal coaches, why don't you guys do it, and I'll give you both a number.
Wow, no one's
done that.
No one's done. Okay, we're gonna do it because no one's ever done it.
Yeah.
Okay. Shelby, you wanna go first? Or you wanna go first?
I'll go first.
Marilyn Monroe, just beat it.
Beat it, just beat it.
I feel like this is an OnlyFans show.
Be defeated.
Okay.
Yeah. Beat it, just beat it, Mr. President. Just beat it. That's for Bill Clinton.
Okay. He said, I'm going to do Monica Lewinsky doing Marilyn Monroe.
Wasn't it for JFK?
It was JFK.
Yeah, but Bill Clinton would sing that.
Oh. Beat
that
it?
was my joke.
Yikes.
He was the naughty president.
No, I know. I'm going to say 8.5 because I'm a girl's girl, and a 7.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Hey, this has been awesome in every way. It's been highly informative, over the top fun.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yeah, let people know where they can find you and your company.
And wide. It was funny. It was all the things. It ticked every box.
Did you sing that little song in church growing up? Deep and wide. Deep and wide, there's a fountain flowing deep and wide.
We are not singing that.
Hey.
Yeah, right?
Yep.
Isn't it funny how those things come back to you? It's like little things as a kid.
Deep and wide.
No.
Oh, gosh. This was That was like
a lot of innuendo in this this episode.
Well, drop the innuendo of where they can find you on the interwebs.
I am Big Soph.
Hey.
Everywhere.
I like that.
am Big, BIG, Soph. You can find me YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, regular World Wide Web.
Yeah, and if you're an artist out there looking for what she has to offer, drop her a DM. She can help you out.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Happy to help.
Take
Thank
you to
you
the
so much.
next
Yeah,
level.
thanks for having me. It's a great time, guys.
It's been so fun. Thanks for tuning in to the Vocal Lab podcast. Ready to join the top ranks of the music industry? Don't forget to follow and subscribe for more first-class conversations that make the extraordinary your new ordinary. Until next time, keep striving for your top note.